What's up, YouTube? I'm Mike, and today I'm back with a video talking about what I think is the #1 or maybe the most underrated bodybuilding supplement in the world. I've been intending to make this video for quite a while, and it keeps getting pushed off. And then I kind of got motivated because somebody in the comments the other day asked me to make a video about, he's like, hey dude, can you make a video about supplements? I was like, what? The whole channel's about supplements. Because I'm at the point where, like, I just think of supplements as like a code word for steroids. Because I don't use, like, any of the conventional, like, natty bodybuilding shit. You know, like, back in the day, I used to use creatine and L-citrulline and glutamine and all this fucking crap. And, like, I don't, with a few exceptions, I kind of have the attitude that if whatever you're buying or taking is legal, it doesn't work. It's not worth your money. This is what I think he asked. It's like, make a video telling us what supplements are worth the money. None of them. With a few exceptions, in my estimation, none of them. If it's not scheduled, you don't have to get a prescription for it. It doesn't come from an underground lab, then it's not worth your money. Like, the overwhelming majority of crap that you find in supplement stores, fitness stores, like, there's a far better alternative, or you just don't need it. You know, if you're natty, obviously you're trying to exhaust every possible pathway imaginable to get maximum muscle growth. And so it's just, to me, that's one really good reason to not be natty. It's a total waste of a fucking lifetime. Basically, you know, like, if we're talking about real supplements, I don't know, multivitamin, fish oil maybe, you know, there's like a Tudka maybe. I'm undecided about whether that works. Guys, in the beginning when I was using 19-Nor drugs, I was struggling with prolactin. They kept recommending some bullshit like P5P or maybe that's vitamin B6. I don't know how much of that crap you're supposed to have to take, but it did absolutely nothing for me. Caber works. That's one of the weird things about supplements. You know, supplements always maybe, might, could work. Have you ever noticed how every drug that's illegal works 100% of the time? 100% of the time. Like, Caber works, guaranteed. You take a bunch of Caber, you will crash your fucking prolactin. Arimidex works 100%, guaranteed. Arimidex is going to lower your estrogen. Nobody says, you know, well, you know, if you take 300 milligrams of tren, like, you know, it might help you build muscle. If you take 300 milligrams of tren, you are 100% going to feel that shit. It is 100% going to be doing something for you. Nobody on earth has ever snorted real cocaine and been like, I don't know, I don't feel anything. It works every fucking time. It's funny how all the drugs that nobody wants you to get, or that only come with a prescription, definitely 100% work. Benzos work. You will feel them. All this crap that you can buy over the counter that's supposed to help with all this shit, it's snake oil, guys. The overwhelming majority of crap on the market is snake oil. It is not worth your money. The one guaranteed most underrated supplement, okay? Supplement. The thing that will supplement your training, your dieting, your androgen use, your life. The thing that is the #1 factor in maximizing every single facet of your bodybuilding career or anything else you are doing in life is the love and support of a dependable ride or die partner. That is the best supplement you can possibly have in life. And that's why I say partner, because I'm trying to cover all angles. It doesn't matter whether you're gay, straight, whatever the fuck, whatever your pronouns, whatever you're into, having a ride or die, trustworthy, dependable person in your corner will absolutely maximize every single it will maximize everything in your life. And that's one of the things that goes so unnoticed and so underrated. There's some really touching images you can find. When Chris Bumstead walks off the stage after winning an Olympia, he walks straight into the arms of his wife, who has been prepping too, who has been dieting too, who's been on steroids more or less too. Not like literally, but she's been right by his side every single day while he was going through all of that shit. And so while he's standing on the stage, getting all of the accolades and all of the fucking adoration, and we're all talking about his physique and what a freak he is, there's the unnoticed, unwritten factor. You know, everybody wants to know, what cycle did he take? How many calories did he eat? What was his training protocol? Nobody's talking about what support did he get at every step of the fucking way from the woman that's in his life, putting up with all of that shit. Because it's a lot. Any of you guys in the audience who've ever competed or just are like fucking Instagram bodybuilders or just lifestyle bodybuilders like me, we are competing, or we are performing in an extreme sport. This is one of the most extreme sports on the planet. And the reason I say that is because you could be like a BMX bike rider, whatever you think of as a conventional extreme sport. It's only extreme when you're jumping that fucking motorcycle off the fucking hill. Rest of the time, you're just fucking normal citizen. Bodybuilding is an extreme lifestyle. It's 24 fucking 7. It never ends. My wife is on edge, or my wife is on call, on duty, 24 fucking 7, day in, day out, all fucking year round. And when you have somebody in your life that supports you in that way, it frees you up to pour all of the energy that you have into the goals that you have. Because I have a girl in my life that does all of the shit. I mean, she helps with meal prep. She helps with keeping me fucking sane on a cycle, with helping me with monitor my health, helping me to keep up with what drugs I take and don't take. Like, I could go on forever about all of the things that my girl does that I would, in so many ways, either be lost without, or I would have to expend so much extra time and energy doing that I wouldn't have to make these videos. She's in the kitchen right now, cleaning the kitchen while I'm making YouTube videos. I'm able to produce all of this content for you guys because I have somebody who's doing all of the other shit that I would have to be doing if not for her. You know, when you have a partner in your life, they are a voice of reason. They are a fucking mirror. They are somebody to bounce things off of. The number of hospital visits that my wife has prevented, there's no counting. Like, when I first started in steroids, but when you first start learning to cycle and blast, a lot of this shit is trial and error. I used to have this thing that would happen was I would try to take all of my drugs I would space my drugs out 3.5 days because I take all long esters. So I usually inject on, I think it's like Tuesday, Saturday. And like, I would be injecting all these compounds, and then like Wednesday night, I would start having like heart palpitations, or I would think I was having like heart palpitations and all these various symptoms. My wife would be like, I think you're spiraling. Like, I think you're having some kind of panic attack or something. I really don't think anything's wrong with you. What we ultimately ended up finding out, and I don't know if this is everybody, but I'm acutely sensitive to the fucking peaks. And when you inject long esters, it takes about 24 hours for that shit to peak in your serum for the dose that you took to reach maximum volume. And then it starts trailing off for the rest of that 7 or 8 day half-life. And having all of that shit hit my dome in one time would cause a lot of side effects. That's why I stretched everything out. I pinned Test on one day, Tren on one day, Master on one day. I don't take large volumes of gear at one time because all of that shit hits you at once when it fully unloads in the system. The number of times she's been there to research, like in the background, I'll start like worrying about something or feeling this or feeling that, and she's there to support me in that way. She helps with she meal preps the vast majority of my food. Like I said, I could go on and on and on about all of the things that she does behind the scenes that makes this possible. And there, if something were to happen to her, if she was to leave tomorrow, If she said, fuck it, I'm done, I'm out of here. While that would free me up in some ways, all of the things she's currently taking care of, I would then have to be taken care of. Plus, I'm not going to be single. I don't want to be alone. I love having a partner in my life. The other thing that she takes care of and is unbelievably understanding about is my fucking raging high steroid-induced libido. I don't have to be out running the streets chasing fucking girls constantly trying to get that need met. And that's one of the things, if she was to walk out the door tomorrow, I don't like going to sleep by myself. I don't like not having a person in my life. I'm going to be motivated to replace her as soon as fucking possible. Well, that takes a huge amount of energy. That's going to divert a lot of energy away from me pursuing my bodybuilding goals, because now I'm going to be dating apps and bar hopping and club hopping and trying to get girls' numbers and having phone conversations and then trying to get them out on dates and then worrying about impressing them. And there's so much time and energy would suddenly be redirected for me being able to pursue my career, my bodybuilding goals, my YouTube videos, all of the things that I do. I would suddenly be caught up in trying to find someone to share my life with. And so having a dependable partner in your life alleviates all of that. I don't understand how you single guys can do it. Like, I can't even fucking imagine trying to go through all of the shit that I go through by myself. I can't imagine. I mean, to me, it would be undoable. In every way, libido, meals, training, like so many things that you just don't really appreciate how much a dependable partner does for you. One of the things that my wife does now that just fucking levels me every time I think about it, this stems from the Chris Bumstead, the big steroid bust when he and Ian and everybody was here for the Olympia and they fucking fucked up and had a package sent. I think it was like FedEx or some stupid shit. And the feds, basically, the police got it. And so they set up a sting operation where they put a tracking device inside the package. They put a device inside the package where they could tell when the package had been opened. And then they doctored it with an invisible powder so they could tell who opened the package. And so they have a controlled delivery to the house. And then, 20, 30 minutes later, they raid the house and they go around with their black light or whatever it is that picks up this powder. And Melissa Bumstead, who's Chris Bumstead's sister, Ian Valaire's wife, she was the one that opened the package. So she was the only one they could charge, which left Ian and fucking Chris free men to go to the Olympia and pursue their fucking careers. If I ever get a package to my house or any other location that requires opening, my wife opens that package. She offered that. I never even asked her. After she heard that story, she's like, I'm opening every fucking package that comes into this fucking house because I'm not going to take a chance on losing you. I'm not going to take a chance on you going to fucking jail or prison, especially with my priors, and risk not being around to support my family. This is what a fucking ride or die girl is. There is absolutely no supplement, no thing you could dream of in life that will replace that. And so that's just another of a myriad of fucking examples I could give you about why having someone that you can share your life with is the number one thing to helping you attain your bodybuilding goals and your life goals. While the steroids and the lifting and the dieting and all of those things are what truly builds muscle. But if you're not free to stay on your diet, to stay in the gym, to stay in the training, if you're not free to do that because you either A, have a partner that doesn't support you, or B, have no partner at all, then none of those things are going to be able to work. If you're missing training days because you're out chasing pussy, you're not going to grow. If you're missing meals because you're too tired or lazy to do it, or you're too busy at work or whatever, you don't have the time to slap together a meal prep or whatever is necessary for you to meet your caloric intake, you're not going to grow. If you can't cope If you are going batshit crazy because you're bouncing around an apartment or a house by yourself with a head full of fucking trend and nobody helped calm you down, nobody helped spend some time with you, nobody to tell you that you're fucking having a panic attack or that you're blowing things out of proportion if you're in the ER every fucking week because you're still learning how to dose your hormones, or you just hopped on an oral and you weren't expecting how much of a mind fuck it was going to be, and you don't have somebody who's on the outside looking in going, hey, I think it's the drugs. I think you're fine. I've been doing some research while you've been panicking and you don't have any symptoms of a heart attack. You don't have any symptoms of a fucking aneurysm. You don't have any, none of the things you're saying right now are consistent with any of your fears. By the way, did you know that's not where your heart is? There's so much heavy lifting that a woman does behind the scenes, and nobody is talking about that when the guy's on the stage with the fucking medal around his neck. Nobody's talking about that. A lot of these guys don't have kids. But if you do have kids, your girl is fucking invaluable in allowing you to achieve your goals. So if you want to know what my opinion is of the single most underrated, most powerful bodybuilding supplement you can take, it is the love and support of a dedicated partner that you can share your life with. In my case, that's first and foremost. If you want to have the absolute maximum you can get, then you have a girl like me who not only does all of the things that I've been talking about, takes all these risks, puts up with my fucking moodiness, puts up and stands by me when I crash my estrogen or my fucking prolactin goes through the roof and I'm suicidal as shit. All of the fucking crazy shit you hear about me talking about on this fucking YouTube channel, she's over here going through all that with me. And what makes my wife uniquely valuable is because she's not only chosen to go through these things with me, to try to understand and try to sympathize, she can actually empathize because she's also chosen to train with me, to cycle with me, to meal prep with me, to diet with me. So she knows personally what it feels like to come up on a fucking powerful steroid and be angry or irritable with the kids or fucking tweaking and run around the house with all this fucking energy. She knows exactly what it feels like to have a libido that is through the fucking roof. My wife's libido is out of control right now. This primo has gotten a hold of her. We were talking about it last night. She feels like she feels like she's been cheated out of the first basically 40 fucking years of her life. She has never in life had libido the way she has it now. And she's rapidly about to wear me out. It's that fucking out of control. So she knows what it's like to come up on a drug. She knows exactly what it feels like when you've been cycling for a while and you have this amazing physique and you love the way you look in the mirror, and then you're forced to come off cycle to rest and recover, and you lose a lot of your aesthetic and you lose a lot of that extra energy and you lose that strength in the gym and you kind of get depressed. She can personally understand what that's like, because she's had the experience of coming off Anavar and losing the strength and losing the aesthetic. She knows what it is to handle side effects like acne or irritability or trouble sleeping or appetite issues. She knows what it feels like when you're in a cut and you've depleted your calories and you have no energy and you're lethargic and you're fucking irritable. She knows every step of the game. She knows what it's like pinning scar tissue. She knows what it's like having post-injection pain. She knows what it's like dealing with needles and drawing solutions and trying to treat fucking elbows with BPC 157 or taking growth hormone where you're having to pin this every single day. She knows every single thing that I go through in the pursuit of my fucking dream because she is doing it right alongside of me. That is a 1 in a million fucking woman right there. That is one of the biggest reasons. That is I mean, that is one of the, if not the biggest reasons that I am as successful as I am. So when all of you guys talk about how great I look here or there, or how, you know, when I brag about how much muscle I've been able to put on, or whatever I have achieved in the last 3 to 4 years, my success with my YouTube channel, everything that I succeed in, I do not succeed in alone. Every single fiber on this body is fed by food that my wife cooks. She's here to give me massages. She's here to talk me down when I'm on the fucking ledge. I would not have been able to achieve any of these things without the support of this woman. And I guarantee you that that is true of the vast majority of the big name bodybuilders out there. The women in those men's lives are absolutely essential to their success. There's no way a woman could be with a guy for any length of time that's in this sport and not be his absolute fucking best friend, because we put our women through so much shit, it's unbelievable. So if you want to know what the #1 most underrated, best supplement you can add to your bodybuilding protocol, it is nothing that you can buy over the counter, under the counter from a lab. You can't inject it. You can't ingest it. You can't snort it. You have to earn it. And that is the love and dedication of a partner who is willing to go to jail for you, who's willing to put up with all of your bullshit because she takes pleasure in you being happy, and she shares in every single one of your successes and is there to pick you up every single time you fall. There is nothing in life more valuable than that. And that is the #1 supplement you can take. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.